Say it again.
Talk to me, baby. Háblame de seguros.
I'm Vera Igni.
Y yo, Itzel Greenhack. Y juntas somos
Talk Insurance to Me.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Talk Insurance to Me. Zaira, thank you for being here today. I'm so happy to see you.
Thank you. Likewise. Thank you for giving me the chance to be here with you.
And before we dive into like your insurance story, we'd love for you to share a little bit of like Zaira behind the scenes of insurance. Like, you know, how would your friend describe you? How would your parent describe you? How would you act at a bar, for example? What's your favorite drink? That's what we want to know. Just a little bit about you behind the scenes.
Well, when I'm not doing insurance, I've done insurance for 17 years. So this is most of my life.
That's what you do.
Right? This is what I do.
Yeah.
So when I'm not doing insurance, I like to travel. I like spending time with my family. I visit them often. They live in Mexico, so I go as often as I can. That's basically what I do. I'm not revealing my favorite drink.
No problem.
Most people know though, but I won't say.
Okay.
Excellent. I like tequila. I'm just putting it out there. Just so people.
Then whiskey it is.
Oh, whiskey's so good too. Whiskey is so good too.
So you have been in insurance for 17 years. Wow. I actually didn't know that. So tell us about it. I mean, how has been your journey in insurance? How did you get into insurance actually?
Well, it was all thanks to one of my cousins. She was doing insurance and I was looking for a job. So she recommended me to the insurance company the insurance agency that she was working for at the time. So I went in for an interview and I didn't get hired because I didn't speak English. So it was devastating, but at the same time, they called me back and they offered me a different position. It was scanning documents into a client management system that they used. So I did that for a few months.
Mm-hmm.
I would say not even 6 months because I was determined to get into customer service. So I paid close attention to the people that were sitting around me and doing customer service. So I picked up the vocabulary necessary to be able to help customers. And as soon as that position opened, I asked for a chance and they switched to customer service. So I did that customer service for like 2 years before I got into sales, which it was against my will. I didn't want to do sales.
Really?
But no, I hated it at the beginning.
What did you hate? It felt scary was it like a fear of rejection?
Yes.
No, I just love customer service so much that I didn't feel the need to switch to something different. But I realized that sales and customer service, it's very similar. And in reality, I got to help people firsthand, face to face, which it was even better. So it was great. I love doing sales after that. I actually did it for like 2 more years. And before I got the opportunity to be a manager and then eventually manage the company at that time.
That's awesome. I find it so amazing that you didn't speak any English, but you were like, I'm going to do this. And you kind of just eavesdropped and learned your way to the place you are now, actually. So that's really, really cool. I hope everyone listens to that and understands that language is not a barrier to, finding out what you're meant to be doing in life. So that's really great.
Yeah, thank you. I think if you want something, you just have to go for it. And language, definitely was hard. I mean, it's still in the process.
But, we all are. I still am like, did I say that right? So it's all good. So a little off topic. What makes you feel alive? Like, what gets you going? What are you like? Yes, let's do this.
Honestly, it's my family. It's all for them. It's my motor, you can say. I go there to recharge. Basically.
Yeah. That's really great. I love to hear that because I'm really big into family too. I think we all are, right? It's
Yes,
just like
definitely.
It really does. I think saying recharge is a good way. Whenever I like connect with my mom, because we're like best friends. It's just nice to have that environment where, you know, like no matter what, they've got your back, you
Mhm.
know, and the laughter, obviously, and all the eating, which is really great. I mean, that's always fun. So,
Especially
yeah.
the eating.
Yeah, totally.
Oh, well, definitely. And my hometown is the best, by the way.
Where's your hometown? Tell us.
I'm from Mazatlán, Sinaloa.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
So
That's
seafood
very
is,
nice. That's one of
yeah.
my mom's favorite places. We used to go there a lot as a kid. So, yeah, that's
Really
very cool.
cool.
Yeah.
Oh, you should
I
go.
Let's go. Let's go right
Yeah,
now.
let's
Let's do
go.
it. That's so cool. And so just like bringing it back, I mean, we know you're really into family, and obviously you've been in insurance for 17 years. You're obviously really busy. You're at the office now. What is it like specifically as A, you didn't speak any English when you started, and you're a female in this industry? Like, what does that feel like? What's your experience been as a female in this insurance industry?
Honestly, I think being a female in this industry is actually an advantage. To me, it has been. I feel like customers, they come in, trust you
Hmm.
better. That's my
Okay.
point of view. Okay.
No, no,
I
yeah.
feel like they open up to you easier and what they really need, and they really take your recommendation in consideration. They
Yeah.
actually listen to you. I don't know, I just feel like it's really an advantage, all the way around, by the way, all the way
Hmm.
around, also dealing with carriers. I don't feel like being a woman has been a disadvantage whatsoever, to be honest. I feel like it's for the contrary, it's been helpful.
So tell me, you play a very important role in two well-known major insurance agencies. So what's the biggest misconception people in general have when it comes to managing a business that size? You know, that's like, wow, that is the agency. So
Right.
what is a misconception, something that you can, tell us about?
I think that what happens backstage, it's not what people will have in mind. I think they just picture you behind a desk and like seeing everything, overlooking everything, and you do that as well. But it's a lot of work. It's because of the size of the company. It has so many different type of personalities, different opinions, and it's very challenging. It requires a lot of patience and understanding, and you have to really know how to manage it. You have your idea, right? You as a person have an idea,
Yeah.
and you want to implement procedures, you want to implement different things within the company that you think are very helpful or will be very helpful. And to get that idea across 250 employees is not an easy task. You
Hmm.
have to find a way to make it work with every single mine,
Yeah.
and so they'll get your idea and make it their own.
Hmm.
It's a lot of work.
It sounds
But
like it, yes.
Yeah. And just touching upon that, how did you deal with that? Because people are not into change. And especially if there's any type of like, I've been in certain companies where if I propose something, it got resistance because, like, who are you to say that we're going to do that? You know, or how do you deal with change? How do you convince, how do you get them to all come and say, okay, yes, we want to work towards making this idea come to life?
yeah, um, it is not easy, but I think you have to pick the right moment and the right words. It all depends of the recipient, right?
Yeah.
Who are you talking to, and you have to really learn how that person thinks.
Hmm.
And I think in that aspect, I became pretty good at it, in how to present things, when to do it, and also, like I said, try to make it their idea, not yours.
Right.
Right? You can be selfish.
Yeah.
You can make it like, I think this is the best, but what if we out, you always get their opinion, and I think that works for me so far, so good.
So far, so good.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so when you are working for a company, um, or you've had experience with out-of-state agencies.
Mhm.
Just out of curiosity, how do out-of-state agencies see the California market?
I think they see the numbers, they see the stats, they
Mm-hmm.
see the opportunity. They have all the data,
Mm-hmm.
but they don't understand their culture. We're a
Yeah,
different type of
Yes.
people or a different type of state.
we are.
We are our own world. So they get really surprised by it. It's something very difficult for them. It becomes very difficult.
Can you give
So
some examples of
Yes,
like what
please.
was shocking or what was like, wait a minute, why isn't it working here? It works so well in our state.
yes, and I think it's the laws. Laws are
Mhm.
very different here. Well, here we have to be very careful with our customers. We have to really cater to them.
Right.
And whereas in other states, they're so harsh on it that they don't really have that need because the state takes care of that.
Mhm.
They will suspend their driver license. That was when I heard that, I was like, what? For not having insurance? Yes, just because your insurance cancel. And I was like, oh my God, that's crazy. And that's unheard of for us. So it's just very different. It's different laws that either it's in that sense, I think it's a disadvantage for us. And
Mhm.
it's a lot more work that you have to put into. Yeah.
What about the client themselves? Are they also different?
Yes.
You're like, yes.
Different. It's unbelievable. Even when we were speaking Spanish, different, the words we use, and it's different. Honestly, to me, California, I love California. Is all I know, really. But I got the opportunity, like you said, to know other states' culture, and it's very different.
Yeah.
Mhm.
We love California too, and all the insurance pros in it. So,
Yes, yes, we do. So based on that experience that you had out of state and the different ways they do stuff there, contrasting to California, in your opinion, what is the biggest issue we need to fix in the California insurance industry, and what can be a possible solution?
I think that's actually it. We need to be a little bit more harsh.
Okay.
I think the state has to have to regulate insurance, not insurance, but having insurance and keeping insurance
yep.
a little bit more accurately.
Yes.
I think we're behind on that. We can't jump from 0 to 10, but a little bit more accountability, right? For not having insurance, for we get those stories all the time. It's unbelievable. Someone hit someone else and didn't have insurance, and you have to think about why is that happening. If the resources are here, we have it. We have the technology. We can copy it from other states.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know why just we're not there yet.
Right.
Hopefully we will be
Yes.
soon.
And
That's
it's
Yeah.
super interesting that exactly word that you use, being more accountable. I guess, the California Department of Insurance is awesome in the sense that they have been really a pro-consumer agency for the longest, but unfortunately, the unintended consequences of that is that, that we don't really have this sense of, take some of the responsibility. It's
Yeah.
all, yeah, not very well distributed, let's put it that way.
I actually was really surprised when a long time ago I learned that credit gets run in other states to get insurance. I was like, oh wow. So the price of the insurance, whether you can qualify for the insurance, all of that is based on your credit. And I found that to be like quite shocking because I thought it was like so strict. But at the same time, I've seen correlations between um, your credit score and the amount of risk that you engage in. So the statistics are very interesting.
And I'm not saying that's the way to go, but it might be, it
Yeah.
might be, or it might not be, but we just need to get a little bit more strict on it. A
Yeah.
little
Yeah,
bit more,
definitely.
and like I said, we have the technology. We
Mhm.
just have to use it.
Yeah, I
I
agree.
I agree 100% as well.
Hmm.
Yes, definitely.
So you're an agency owner now. Yay. So that's really exciting. Let us know how long, like when you started the agency, and also what are two pros and two cons? Like what's been the hardest, what's been the most amazing, rewards, frustration. Tell us a little bit about your experience because now you're on your own.
Right. Yes. To me, it's always been like I treated the other companies as they were my own. You can be certain of that until I opened my own. And then now I see it. It's more. It's a lot more work,
Mhm.
but it's also very rewarding. Every single piece of business that comes in, every single right decision that you make, and you see the
Yeah.
results. It's like a party. But at the same time, when you make an investment and now it's from your pocket, and you have your
Right.
your money accounted for, and now you're using it in something that didn't work. It hurts.
Sure.
I'm not saying it didn't feel bad before, but now it hurts a little bit more.
Yeah. You got to pay to play, right? Sometimes if you really want to kind of scale up, you need to invest in your processes, your people, even personal development, just to, be the best you can be for you're a leader now. So you have to invest in yourself also.
Definitely,
Yeah,
definitely. But it is very rewarding. It is very rewarding. It
that's
was
great.
before, but now it's like times 10.
That's
Oh my
awesome.
God, that's
Yeah.
that's great to hear actually, because I guess a lot of pressure, but yeah, the reward is worth it.
Mhm.
Hmm.
So how you will define right now with all this experience that you have, and how you will what will be your definition of success?
Success. To me, is to build a big team. I want a big, strong team. I had them before, and to me, it's the greatest team in the world. Obviously. I want to build it again. I know I'm starting from zero, but I want to do it, and I want to do it better. Obviously, every time or every year in every company that you go to, you learn something new. Even every people you meet, you have just so much to learn. And now in this new journey, I want to be able to apply what I learned, and I want a strong team. I want people. It's a different generation, I feel.
Yes.
People want their own business. People want
Hmm.
to be entrepreneurs, and I feel like there is not a lot of opportunity to do that within a company. I want to change that. I know it's very ambitious, but
It's awesome.
It
but
is.
that's something I want to do. And that will
Hmm.
make me very, very happy. And to me, being happy and successful goes hand to hand. You can't have one without the other.
Ah, I love that so much. And you're going to help so many people because of that mindset. And I
Yes.
often tell a lot of individuals that feel like trapped in agencies, I'm like, you can still be an entrepreneur as an employee. It's about having the spirit, and depending on where you work and what the pay structure is like, you could technically be working towards building your own book of business. And then you have a proper discussion with the leader and say, hey, what if we did this, But I tell them, I'm like, but you actually have to sell. Like you have to, you gotta give it a go. But yeah, that's really great that you're opening that path up for people as well.
Yes.
Yes, that's awesome.
Hopefully we're starting.
Yeah, I love it.
Hopefully one day.
Yes. In your 17 years, also in your personal life, perhaps, what is the best advice you have ever received? Like, what is ese consejo que le podrías dar a otra gente?
I think two major ones they come to mind, and they don't even know because I've been given a lot of good advices. So, I mean, it's been a long journey, and I've had great advices. But one of them was when I first started into the business. Someone told me you have to invest in yourself.
Hmm.
You're very young. You look young, so you have to look older. You have to make yourself you have to be taken serious,
Hmm.
and that goes hand to hand with the way you dress. You make sure you look professional. all the time, and I think that helped me a lot, to be honest to you, and in the positions that I was offered. So I think that made an impact in my life. And the other one was not too long ago, and it was more of an example. I got the opportunity to work with an amazing person who owned multiple companies, and we were having discussions about insurance. And he will take breaks to handle other businesses, and we'll come back and pick up our conversation where he left it.
Yeah.
And it was amazing to me to see that. It pushes you to work harder, right? Because you see how he was working. He was so humble. He was the most humble person one of the most humble persons I've met. So it was just a quick reminder: work hard and always be humble, no matter the circumstances you're in.
Hmm.
Um, so that would be the most important things I would say.
I actually feel that you will also be that type of mentor to other people as well. So that's really great.
Thank you,
Yeah,
thank you.
definitely.
Oh.
And I cannot think of anything more ballsy than to basically open a business during a pandemic. I mean, it's like, whoa,
She's like, no big deal.
wow, tener los tamaños. So,
Right, right.
so what the pandemic has taught you about yourself, and what advice you will give to an agent that is like you hoping in, opening his or her own agency even during this time?
Yeah, I think that comes to show us all the strength of our industry, right? This pandemic showed us how strong our business is, and how lucky we are of
Mhm.
being in it. Uh, Unfortunately, a lot of people had to close their doors while we got to go to work still, right?
Right.
And yes,
Definitely.
I mean, it showed us a lot, but I think in the negative, look for the positive, right? And this was one of the positive things that came up. It's just reassurance. I mean, I already knew I love insurance, but it was just
Now you know why. That is the best answer ever. I
I
agree.
know.
It's
I'm
such
like,
an
oh my God,
amazing,
my
yeah.
heart just melt. Like, ah.
ah,
Because it's true. I mean, come on. We always, I back in the day, I was when I would describe what I did, sometimes I would be like, "Oh, I sell insurance," And when I finally realized like this industry's never gonna let me go, I'm like, you know what? All right, bring it. Like let's just embrace it. It's been good to me. It runs in my family. Like it's always like any situation, I've always had a job because the license is gold, right? So
Mhm.
so yeah, thank you for sharing that. It is really, really cool that you
thank,
feel the same.
Awesome.
It has been an amazing chat with you.
thank you for thinking of me too.
Absolutely. And if people wanted to, find you on social or maybe on a website, where can they find you and ask you questions or buy insurance from you?
Yes, anything that I could do to help to with other agents. I have my website ewayinsurance.com, Instagram eway_insurance. So if I can be of help, customers or, like I said, agents, of course, of
Thank
course.
you. We'll put that in the show notes so you guys don't miss out on making sure to follow Zaida online or hit her up on her website. But I do want to say thank you from both of us, from the bottom of our heart, for taking time out. I know you're really busy and we really appreciate it. Again, this podcast show episode thing that happened out of COVID that we put together here is really to showcase badass insurance professionals in California. And we are glad to know you, Saida. So I'm sure we will be doing another interview when you have your multi-location company going. And I can't wait to hear about it.
Yes,
Thank you.
me
I'm gonna
neither.
schedule it already. Okay.
Okay, let's do that. She's
Yes,
like,
yes.
fourth quarter 2022.
No, de todas maneras nos tenemos que ver para tomarnos un whisky.
Sí.
Hace
Ya
falta,
que- ya
hace
que
falta.
insistes, para desinfectar la garganta también.
¿Verdad?
I love it. But yeah, thank you so much. Have a
muchas
great
gracias.
rest of the day.
Gracias, cuídense.
Cuídate,
Bye.
gracias.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in. If you want to learn more, you can find us on Facebook and Instagram as @Talk Insurance to Me.
Let us know if you have a topic that you'd like to hear about.
I'm Itzel.
I'm Vera.
We will see you next time.